What's going on? This is the With All Due Respect podcast presented by MO3KNOWS with your girl, Lady Simone, Mr. McFly, and your main man, Mo. So now that we got that on out the way, let's go ahead and start the show, alright? Let's do it. Alright, y'all, this is our first giveaway. We've been advertising and promoting and whatnot on social media. We have a Valentine's Day gift to y'all in the spirit of romance. And what we're doing is we're giving away a dinner for two at Applebee's. And with my co-hosts here, Lady Simone and Mr. McFly, I got a question for y'all. What has been y'all best Valentine's y'all ever had?
Ooh.
Minus the details, because it sounds like you're about to get some
No.
So minus the nightcap.
No, just kind of thinking. Ooh.
Man,
I'll let McFly go first.
Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday, so I typically go a little all out for that. But the one that definitely rings a bell is I went to the Cat Williams concert. I was surprised with that, and actually went out to dinner. That was nice right there. Again, didn't expect it. Then also on Valentine's Day, traditionally the guy doesn't get much, but I got that, so that was definitely probably the most memorable one for me.
Has it ever been a year when a guy gets anything? Because, I mean, every time Valentine's comes up, it's always, well, this is the girl's year. This is the girl's year. Is there ever a designated time? Have we designated time for the guy yet?
I don't think we designated a time. I think depending on the female you're dealing with. I've been blessed to deal with females that typically give me some kind of gift for Valentine's Day.
Okay. Lady Simone?
I would have to say, just off to the top of the head, because one thing, I'm a flower type of girl. I like flowers. And it doesn't even have to be roses. It could be the little colorful flowers or whatnot. But just off the top of the head, one thing that's memorable to me is when the kids are involved. So I really like when my significant other and the kids get together and they come up with a thoughtful gift and of things that I really like.
So,
and
with that right there being said, how do you actually pick out a Valentine's Day gift? Is it one of those things, do y'all have a return policy on the gift?
No, I don't think so. I think if you get a gift, I don't think you should return it because it came from the heart. That came from that person. I'm not with the return and gift type of things for Valentine's Day, Christmases, or whatever. I feel if somebody took the time and thought about you and went in to actually do something for you, that's from the heart. I mean,
Okay, a situation where me and my brother, we got our brother a gift. He posted a picture of a guitar, like, yeah, I'm about to try something new. So we think he really want to go try something new. So we got him the guitar, the whole set. He was like, dude, I was posting the picture. Like, at that point in time, we're not about to be like, well, you can't return it. Nah, our money will go to waste. Return that and, get whatever you want to get.
And see, me personally, I'm okay with the return because it's not taken away from the thought that you put into it, but it's one of those things where I appreciate the thought and time you put into it, but if I'm not a fan of it now, that's going to go to waste.
But then I kind of look at it differently because for me, I'm like, okay, I kind of know the individual, so I'm not going to get anything that person won't like. And I think when we look at gifts and we look at that connection, it has to be of something that you know that person. So when you know that person, I believe that, all of that come into play with it.
Yeah, I personally have never returned a gift, but I never actually got a gift situation when it needed to be returned. Typically, I just rock with it and it's good. But if something is too major, then yeah. And again, you can adjust if it's like the wrong size. Like, okay, it's supposed to be a size 11, but it's a size 10. I think I'm going to have to go adjust that. But as far as like, no, I didn't want boots at all. I wanted a watch. Nah, I'm not about to go too crazy like that. Because again, like you said, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
You still want to feel like the person appreciated whatever you did for them on this said holiday.
And I agree. I mean, if it's a size change, a shirt change, like for something like that, size, if you even had the same gift, like, oh my goodness, I overlooked the fact that maybe you already had that color, then you go back and do it, like that, I agree. But as far as like, and look how it would make the other person feel.
On the flip side, as I just thought about it, I still have a Valentine's Day gift from probably about 10 years ago. I've never worn.
Okay, so I think it's okay.
I mean,
I think it's okay.
I have intentions on getting to it though.
What?
No, you don't.
10 years?
10 years you would have done. You probably can't even fit it no more.
Nah, it's definitely 8. It's definitely like 8. But it's a pair of kicks. I can still wear them.
Okay, if it's a pair of kicks, yeah.
Yeah, they still apply. But
you wasn't interested in it like that because you would have wore it. What are you, dead stock in the shoes or something? It's 8 years.
Yes,
You have a so. Okay, with that being said, I guess we already got respectable opinions on the return policy. Is there a price point?
Ooh.
On gifts?
On gifts, is there a price point? Like, okay, check this out. Because I've actually heard of some couples, they will set a price limit, not to exceed or to go under this amount. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to feel, me personally, I'm not into that, but you don't want to feel like, okay, this person only gave me, I guess this is more the people who are doing it for the actual gift versus they're actually trying to show their sign of love,
affection and love
and whatnot.
and,
so one person will spend 45, then the other person will go out and spend 300.
I mean, when I look at the price point things, that's, to me, that goes if I'm doing a gift exchange with employees and stuff at a job, we set a price limit. When it comes to something as such as Valentine's, I think we should it shouldn't be a price limit. I mean, it's something, if I see something that I feel my significant other would like, I'll go get it. I don't think it's nothing like I have to say, oh my goodness, this is 60. He may only spend 20 on me, so I'm not going to get it. No, I feel if it's something that the other person would love, you should not have a price limit on it. That's just my opinion.
Believe it or not, sometimes when people go super high, that's the easy gift. The expensive gift is typically the easy gift. Because you can't really miss.
It's a lack of thought. It's a lack of thought.
That's kind of what it is. You really can't miss. Because I've had them situations where, like, they just shot up high. I'm like, yo, you couldn't lose with that. Or you're the situation where, like, yo, I remember the time you told me a story when you were 6 and you had this toy and you always wanted. I found this toy.
Mm-hmm.
That toy could have cost $40 or something. But that might mean so much to me compared to this $500 watch you bought me. So, again, it just kind of depends. I would say, like Lady Simone was saying, if you listen to the person, kind of get some kind of feedback, you probably don't got to return something, and you probably can kind of understand, will they want that expensive gift, or maybe that sentimental route is the best route.
But you know, people actually change their lives as well, depending on how long you've been with the individual. Like you said, your brother, he wanted we thought he wanted the guitar at that point right there. We thought that, you know what, maybe he's venturing into something new at this point right here. So sometimes it doesn't always work.
And then on the other side, I've gotten gifts, and I'm like, I really don't like this. I'm not too fancy, but then once I actually wear it and put it on, I'm like, yo, this ain't that bad. It's kind of cool.
I'll honestly say, I definitely received stuff that I wasn't like that, like heads over heels about.
Yeah.
But I mean, for one, as a man myself, and I understand this is one of my flaws, I have a hard time accepting gifts. I have a hard time someone even doing anything for me. And that's just something that I have to deal with personally. Mm-hmm. But it's so... I'll be honest with you. There was 2 gifts that I received in my life that has been overwhelming. 3. I received a DJ set before, and I tried my hardest not to smile. I tried my hardest not to smile. It was like bubbly like a kid on Christmas. The second one was a motorcycle. I tried to be tough. I tried my best to be tough, but it's just a hard thing for me to actually... to show
you gotta kind of get in that kid bag. Most people don't want to get in that kid bag.
Yeah.
I know, but when you're an adult, and then let alone when you're a dad and whatnot, you don't want to show. So I thought at that point in time, I've definitely matured since that point right there. But it's a hard thing. I just don't. It's like I had this young lady at work help me with something. I felt like, okay, now I gotta try to top you. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I deal with.
It's mutually beneficial.
Absolutely.
I got you. It's a guy thing. It's a guy
thing.
thing.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It's a guy thing. The older you get, the more you kind of get comfortable with it. But yeah, definitely it's a guy thing.
McFly, what's your ideal Valentine's Day date? What's your give me the restaurant. Be
specific.
Be specific, but also be mindful of your nightcap, how it ends, please. Let's not go into... Okay, thank you.
No details, I got you.
Thank you.
It depends on the female. I would say with the current female, it would be something nice and simple. Like, again, something super chill, or I would probably just cook.
You will cook?
I would cook. I know something that she would like, and I'll just actually cook and try something new. I actually enjoy cooking, and gets a high off of that. So I actually probably just cook a meal.
So you're cooking your boxer shorts?
Nah,
you look like Melvin off Baby Boy.
What I do, I got an apron. I wear just my little apron.
You got something written on your apron? You look like the type of guy that got something written on your apron, like Kiss the Chef or something.
Nah, I want to get one of those, like a Bilo apron, like one of those. Like when people used to work at Bilo, I got like a Bilo apron. So I'll throw that on right there, and I'm definitely going to have some nice briefs on. Dudes, with V-Day, make sure you got briefs on. Definitely.
Girl. No, you need new joints, period.
Yeah,
you need new joints, period, on Valentine's.
Briefs. Make sure girls love briefs, I'm telling you, especially if you Girls love briefs. But yeah, I would definitely say something like that makes you just cook. Probably just watch a movie. Honestly, just a regular chill night. I probably would.
So a typical Saturday night. I guess you said typical Friday.
I would just
Saturday.
enhance the ambiance, like maybe some flower petals on the floor, some more candles, some softer music, some more situations like that, a massage, something like that. But I'm real intimate, so I don't think it has to necessarily be like the you go out to eat at the 5-star restaurants, all that. I've done that too. But
I'll be honest, I think that's for those people who aren't creative, who don't give it too much thought. Because like it's almost like you said, that expensive gift. It's easy. You know, it's pretty much the norm. Okay, pick you up. You got a new outfit. You go to a restaurant. Half the time you're at a restaurant, you're texting. You're on your phone. You're not really holding conversation. And then after that, maybe teddy bear, roses, a bag. Where do you go after on Valentine's? What, a movie? Is it typically a movie?
I would hope you would spice it up and do like a paint night or something like that.
Oh, that would be nice. Paint wine and paint or something.
Those are pretty cool. Also, if you do decide to put rose petals on your floor mat, just let you know. Hopefully, your floor mat is not a light color because if she has high heels on for such an occasion. If she's stepping into it, it's definitely going to dye your actual floor mat.
I believe the rose petals are dyed at some point. I think it's dyed.
They will do that. It definitely occurred to me, I think, twice now.
Lady Simone, what's your ideal Valentine's Day date?
For me, I would say I'm very simple. Being that I'm around the kids like 24/7 seems like. Even when I'm not around them, it seems like I'm around them. So I would say something to me would be just out of the house, just me and my date just hanging out, and just it does. And I'm not one for a large crowd, so being around a lot of people is not a thing for me. But I would just like to have some time with just us. Whether it can be at home and somebody is watching the kids, or it could be, getting a room and just chilling out, or even if it's a sit-down restaurant, something that's not too packed or your typical, because I'm not, into the whole, like I say, a whole bunch of people who's there just because, it's Valentine's Day, let's go out. So just simple, and I love, like I say before, I love flowers, whether it's roses or just carnations or whatever. Anything that's just like that, the thought, just the whole thing of just having that little me time and spending it with that special person and just conversating, something that you don't normally get to do all the time due to the fact of your busy lives. So that's
adult life. Actually, I would agree with pretty much the same thing. Actually, I'm a very simple person. You can make me 2 ham and cheese sandwiches with lettuce and tomatoes and some mustard on it. Give me some chips and dip. Give me a nice cold Gatorade. And we can sit there and Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I would recommend the guys that are new into relationships, get you some new undergarments and whatnot.
For sure.
But me personally, some sweatpants and free ball. And as I finish eating, you know what I'm saying? So.
But my thing is, I have a question for you guys. Is it important, do you feel like you say, the guys who are, like, say, freshly in a relationship, is it important to start off in that relationship and buying that special someone something expensive, or
no?
Because it's one of those things. Once you start big, like, you're gonna have to keep shooting to top that.
That's something I tell any dude. Like, I know you want to make a great first impression, but when you're making that first impression, you gotta understand you have to build from that. You can't go under at that point. So make sure that you do a nice little even kill there.
I agree, because you start something, you got to finish it. I mean, with the expectations of it, that's just how it goes. Like, it was told to me when I actually bought my wife her wedding band, like, wow, you did this right here? So when it's time for, the 5 year, I think it's 5 years, you spruce it up, or 10 years or something like that.
I don't even believe in that.
Yeah, but old head told me that. And he said, you got to step it up. You're going to set the bar. So you got to step it up. So I would agree with you on that right there. But I think they should just give it more thought, man. I think the younger generation should definitely, not even just the younger generation, just people in general, just give it more thought. Don't go out, because first of all, let's be totally honest, it's a man-made holiday to generate revenue. You know what I'm saying? What's that? You have an opinion on it?
I have a conspiracy theorist here. I don't think that income tax season and Valentine's Day being the same month that happened to be Black History Month is a coincidence.
So, okay, with that being said, why wouldn't it be a bigger holiday? Why wouldn't they have tax season during Christmas? I think they'll definitely capitalize off it more. Tax season during Black Friday. They definitely capitalized off that more.
Nah, they already got that last fourth quarter right. This is
Okay.
this is getting in that bag. They can't make it too apparent. Again, I could just be bugging, but Black History Month.
I promise you, I never thought about it.
No, I never thought about that
honestly,
either.
very well could be some truth behind that, but it's a man-made holiday at the end of the day.
It's about getting a bag, and they know everyone has a bag right now. So this is the moment. Them guys that couldn't do it all year, now you could possibly get your girl back with that nice check you just got.
Yo, they still ain't doing it right now because the government's still saying they ain't issuing nothing if you got dependents until maybe second or third week in February. So they still dead in the water.
Oh wow.
They still dead in the water.
Yeah.
Because also, doing some research on Valentine's Day, it went back to the Greek times with some emperor, I think her name was Claudia or something of that nature.
Okay.
She executed 2 men by the name of Valentines. So in a sense, it's almost like a celebration of some sort. Please check behind me on that right there. So I really don't understand how it ties into
Cupid and love.
yeah,
and all that stuff.
I guess in a sense it's like the reciprocation of it. We took a life, we killed. So I don't know, but nonetheless, that's the actual origin of it.
But as far as that too, how do y'all feel about men proposing on Valentine's Day?
Corny. It's just like it's no different than it's no different than proposing on Christmas. It's corny.
No, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm frugal. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm saying I'm frugal. So understand this: if you do actually put an anniversary or any kind of like that attached to a holiday, you probably getting one gift right there, my G. Or you probably just only one trip. And 9 times out of 10, you'll remember that date based upon that.
Right. And
so you remember.
You won't forget.
That's
good. That's
you
smart.
Won't forget.
Smart.
Again, my memory's bad, but I am frugal. So I would definitely be that kind of guy to put that in a situation. I'm still it out.
So let me ask you a
But if
question.
someone said it was corny though, I would get it. I would
So,
understand that too.
yeah, so you're riding the wave. That's what you're doing. You're riding the wave.
Yeah.
But if there's a reasoning behind it, to each his own again. Side note, if Valentine's Day is on Wednesday this year, I believe, Wednesday, but your significant other birthday is Friday, what do you do?
Oh, they can gift for Valentine's and birthday together.
Yeah,
Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Happy birthday,
No,
Valentine's Day,
no.
baby.
That's what I was saying. Because the
No.
frugal thing. Yeah, we throwing that.
No, why? That's
Matter of
corny.
fact,
Because
It's not my
let
fault.
me tell you
It's
this
not my
though,
fault if it's on
Valentine's Day
14.
is on Wednesday. Everybody is working. Friday we get off, so we're gonna have to celebrate Valentine's Day on Friday because we have to work that Wednesday.
all right.
So why not celebrate your birthday and
No, 'cause
Valentine's Day on the
No,
weekend?
because
We're
this
gonna
is my
turn it
one
for
day.
both.
No, we're not. No, this is my one day of the year that's mine.
Yeah.
I don't have to share it with no one. Even if I have a twin, you going that way. We don't have to share it with no one. So give that person their individual time. That's no different than somebody's birthday being on Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
feel sorry for
I
you.
need to.
Yeah,
Like, dude, I used to feel bad because my birthday was in the summertime. I couldn't celebrate with my classmates. Everyone's scattered. I take that L. They gotta take this L. All right?
I think it should be an entity of its own.
I literally have a niece, and her birthday is February the 14th, which is amazing. Great. I'll never forget her birthday. Based upon that, I might be bad, Uncle. Call it what you want.
What's up, Sin?
Yeah, I was gonna say I would never forget it based upon that. So that's one. That's one stop, by one stop.
That's foul.
yeah. I mean,
That's foul. I can't. So
I have one question though.
Go for it.
Like you were saying with the people that just started or new in a relationship. Say if you start dating someone, I don't know, November, and and February is coming up, Valentine's Day. How should you handle that right there? You got Christmas also as well and V-Day.
as far as the gift is concerned,
Y'all just started talking in November. Should they get a gift?
yes.
Yes. I don't think you have to be in a full. Like you could buy a friend something.
I do
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I do
You
that.
could buy a friend, and it could be something simple as like a flower or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think no. Yeah, definitely show love. Show love on that right
I
there.
thought about doing that. Like I don't want to do it. It could be misconstrued, but a single female be like, yo, here's a rose or something like that. I don't want you to think like I'm taking my shot, but I want to kind of like. I know you might not have someone based upon that, but boom, not anyone I know, a complete random to some extent. So I guess I would just be in the situation you're by yourself, like here you go, happy V-Day, something like that, and walk away. I thought about something like that, but
That could be something like just paying for the young lady that's standing in the lunch line behind you. Just like, you know what, let me go ahead and pay for your lunch. Happy Valentine's Day in the spirit of Valentine's Day.
And
It's
I
like
think,
setting
you
a
know what?
disclaimer.
That happened to me. I think it was at a Dunkin Donuts a while ago. It was like a little while ago, but I don't know. I don't know if it was Valentine's or a certain holiday. And what they did was when you go through the drive-through, the person in front of me paid for my stuff. So they were like, "Oh, ma'am, your stuff is paid for." So I already handed my money. I'm like, "Yo, so pay for the person behind."
Keep it
so
going. That's
everybody
dope.
kept it going, and everybody was just paying for everybody's thing, and that was really cool. You know?
Super dope.
Yeah, that was real cool. Just to think of it.
I'm going to throw it out there. I'm guessing everyone has actually been in love before at some point in time. That's a part of this right podcast, correct?
Yeah.
So with that being said, what has been the most embarrassing or dumbest thing that you have done in the name of love?
Oh.
I gotta read this story now that I think about it.
You gotta.
Does it have to be Valentine's Day?
Nah,
no. Just in love. We're just speaking in the spirit of love.
Mine would be. Just by hit me right here.
Yo, go ahead, let her
Mine would be.
Yo, go ahead, let her
I would have to say the dumbest thing I did in the name of love, and a lot of people would not believe this, but I ran behind a moving truck, and I wanted to like choke to death, like with no shoes on, and I thought I could. I don't know if I was the Hulk that day,
Straight Flintstone,
but I thought I could have pulled that truck because you was not getting away from me. I was mad. I was angry. So that's like the dumbest thing. Believe it or not, Lady Simone ran behind the truck barefooted because I was mad. I was angry.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Good time.
Dumbest thing I did. Wow. I had a date, and I didn't have any money, and the young lady was leaving out of town. Some people are gonna know who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say no names. She was leaving out of town for the service. And I borrowed some money from my older brother, knowing I couldn't pay it back, and he had to actually buy some equipment for work, something in that nature, or he would have got fired. So I borrowed the money just enough to go get me a new fit, buy her something, and needless to say, I believe my brother got fired behind that, and he actually tried to fight me. My mom didn't let it happen.
Oh.
And with the same young lady, I actually stood outside in the rain, bugging one day because of some dumb stuff that she did. Or so I thought she did, or whatever the case might be. So those are the only two that actually come to mind with me doing some embarrassing. If I could take that back, I would.
Yep.
Go ahead and tell your story. You got a story. I want to hear it.
So this had to be this is. Oh wait. I was talking to a young lady back home. So I was going back home for D-Day. My cousin, as well, was going back home. She was telling me that her and her girlfriend was getting a room on the beach. I was like, where were y'all staying at? Cool. Told me I'm staying there too. We're going back to town. It's snowing though. So literally driving from upstate South Carolina to the low country in the snow. All right, my date's like, no, I don't think we should still do it. I'm like, nah, we done booked this, and it's snowing. We still making this happen. Also, side note, no cookies have been given at this point. I'm very persistent at this point. So, we're coming down. We get there to the snow. She says she had to leave to go back to town because something happened with her grandmother, right? So I'm thinking she was go back to town, check out her grandmother, come back. So I'm like, yo, you want me to ride with you? She's like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, why are you taking all your stuff? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna come back. Okay, she left, never came back. This is V-Day. I'm in the hotel with the bottle Moscato All-Star Weekend Dolo by myself in this big king-size bed. And then I wound up going to dinner with my cousin and her girlfriend. I wanted to be in the third wheel, V-Day. So that was my young, naive response. Needless to say, if it is snowing, don't go.
So with that being said, it's just a great segue. We all have someone in this room right here. Is sex mandatory on Valentine's Day night?
Yes.
Lady Simone, your face is balled up right now. I'm trying to figure out.
No,
outside of Mother Nature, quote unquote Mother Nature.
No,
is sex mandatory?
Aside of that, I think it's all just chemistry. It's all wherever that night leads you. It's all, because sometimes you can get caught up in conversation and you can be sitting there talking. I don't think we should put something on there that says, we have to do XYZ on this
Honestly,
night. Because sometimes even when people get married, they party so hard to where it's nothing happens that night, and I think when you start putting, oh, this has to go down, then it's not going to be genuine. You just let whatever happens happen, and you just kind of enjoy each other. I think it's important to just enjoy each other. Whatever happens just happens. That's just how I feel about it.
I've actually had better conversation at times than I've actually had sex. Like, it's to that point right there. The conversation was much more stimulating than the actual sex. Not saying that the partner wasn't up to par, but just me, from a person like myself who likes to speak and love engaging in good conversation, and you can actually fall asleep on that right there type of conversation. Like if you're face to face, and I actually would, I would go with that too. I actually, you know what? I'm on the fence. I would say both.
I've definitely had situations where I'm more attracted. Again, the body or whatever there is definitely there to be attracted to, but I'm more attracted to their mind and conversation. But I would say that's probably about 3% of females that I've ever encountered in life. So pretty slim there. So majority of the time it is more of a physical there. But it does happen, and sometimes that may not be the mainstream there. But when y'all in the mix and things are going, let's not say let's stop the party and make sure this happens, but typically you have some kind of trajectory within a night. You kind of already know where it's going at. But I wouldn't say derail just to be like, oh, we can't go to sleep yet. We haven't had sex since Valentine. I think that's wild.
I would agree.
But then I think it comes with maturity of the relationship, maturity of
in
the
in the early stages. You would think that.
So it's a lot of factors that come into it. Some people, like I said, it's just that maturity level between the individuals, because a lot of people can't have conversation amongst each other. So, but
side note, you have great conversations right after. I don't know what it is, but the best conversations right after you guys have had that lovely moment. So, I mean, look at that as being the point, being able to talk there then too.
I've actually went around work and I asked a few people this question right here. I guess you would say almost like the family feud. Went around and asked X amount of people this question right here. So my question is, do you, for your significant other, when you buy them something, right, are you buying them what they like, or are you buying them what you like for them?
That's a good one.
Because the lines could be very blurred.
I think it should be both. I think you should consider, for me, I would consider, like, I would think back on the things that we've talked about that he probably said, oh, I would love to have this, or oh, I'm interested in this. And then I'm going to grab something that he likes. It's because it's going to be a lot of thought in it. It's going to be something that he likes. And then after that, I'm going to get something that I may like for him to have. Because sometimes necessarily he may not have thought about it, but like, oh, I ain't thought about this. Okay, we could try this. Or I would love this, So I think, it just in building up a gift. It doesn't have to necessarily be one gift. It's a combination of a gift.
I think you should definitely get something that they would want, because then you're doing it for more of them instead of doing it for yourself. But you can kind of use, again, a mix of the both. Like, for example, if your girl likes Michael Kors, right? She likes Michael Kors watch. I get her Michael Kors watch, but she typically has all gold watches. I get her a silver watch that you think maybe something that she would like to try. Something kind of still in the realm there. If your girl's that type, it depends on kind of the mixture there. That's how I would approach it, though.
Me, I think buying a person something that they want, why can't they buy it themselves? And so why would I even, if I've been screaming like, yo, matter of fact, the number 8 Jordans I think are coming out Wednesday, or it came out this past weekend, all red, right? And I've been talking about
the female versions.
No, I think there's for males too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But on Valentine's Day, you give me those, it's like, really?
It depends on the person, because like,
I don't see nothing wrong
I'm
with
the kind of
that.
person, I can probably go get it,
right?
But when I'm going to go around to getting it, who knows?
I would prefer something a little bit more creative. Nothing that like you said earlier. Like if I said something 5-6 years ago or something of that nature. Like I said, my dream car is a '95 Acura Legend Coupe. Right? Now for Valentine's Day, definitely not expecting that right there. A whole car sitting outside. I'm like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. But something of like, I want me a new Yankee hat. And Valentine's Day come. Oh, all right, I appreciate it, but some thought. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to give me
maybe some tickets for the Yankees. I think that'd be a good.
But see, that's why I say it builds up to where you make a dual gift, as in like something that the person likes.
It's something a dual gift. My birthday was 2 days later.
I mean, but hey,
one shot, one kill.
Look, I'm just saying. I would get something that I would like for the person. And I believe in like making gift baskets or having a variety of gifts. You know what I mean? I believe in that. So
I definitely think if you're giving someone, that's why I think do different little gifts. Like I'll give out a few gems out real quick. All right, so like Sour Patch Kids, like especially if you guys have a real up and down relationship. All right, baby, you kind of like my Sour Patch Kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's sentimental. It's gonna cost you like $1 or something like that. Throw that in the bag right there. Hershey Kisses, like some things like that. That's like fluff that you can also add to the mix. Little items like that to kind of build up to that big gift.
Yeah, and I think those mean a lot because, and some people think you got to go so over the top and expensive. Cool. It's those things that you put some thought in that means the most, in my opinion.
Okay. This will be my last question right here, and we'll wrap this podcast up for y'all. We want y'all to go ahead and enjoy your family. Do your gift determines the gift that you purchase? Does it determine where you're at in that relationship? As far as love is concerned, like you said earlier, if we just started dating, not me.
You're gonna just get a card.
You know what I'm saying?
And a box of candy and
we're talking about what? That's 4 months
beer.
in. Mm-hmm. We're 4 months in versus someone that's seasoned. You know what I'm
15
saying?
years
Your
in.
gift determines that right there. Would you gauge that?
Honestly, if you're seasoned with it, I'm the kind of guy, again, my memory's bad. I want something to be like consecutive.
What do you mean?
Like say for example, if the young lady has a Pandora bracelet, each year you get her like a Pandora bracelet, something like that. Something to kind of hold there, to kind of be like to expect.
To build on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think something like that helps for the long term. But like again, if you're new into it, understand what you mean when you're giving her this gift. Like I was once told, you never take a female to a wedding. And I was like, what do you mean?
All those cliches like don't buy a watch, no shoes, and all that.
It's
the same difference though, right?
But no, because I've done it and I didn't think anything of it. But then a female's all emotions, depending how you and the female are, it can set you up for a whole other conversation there. So kind of positioning wise there, look at that. But understand whatever you're doing, that's how the female is going to interpret it as. Not so much based off of how much it means to you, but more how much it means to her. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like if a millionaire gives someone that doesn't have any money a Rolex, they're like, oh my God, he loves me. He's like, it's just Rolex. To me, it's nothing. So understand
that
that
for free on top of that.
Yeah. So again, try to look at it that. But I definitely feel like when you're setting the bar with that, you need to understand what that actually is coming across to the opposite sex.
And I think a more seasoned couple, they have a little more, it's like a little harder trying to figure out, like unless it's something like you said, like a Pandora bracelet, you can add on that. If it's things like that, but I think it's a little harder trying to figure out, because sometimes we just, as in a seasoned person, you get so caught up in life. You get so caught up in kids or you get so caught up in other stuff that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of can veer to the side when it comes to ideas of what to get. And sometimes Valentine's Day can come, you're like, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. I didn't get anything. So I think it's a little harder on that. But I think for someone that's just coming into it, I don't believe in the whole typical candy and teddy bear in a car. I think it should still be some thought in it because even in that short period of time, I think that there was something that y'all talked about that you could still make that gift special. So that's just my views on it.
Also, quick little sidebar right here. I'm not saying that I've done this in the past. I'm saying if someone wanted to try this approach, it's not that bad of an approach. Everything in Walmart goes half price the day after Valentine's Day. So say it happened to be at 12:01. Guess what? It's half price. So if you get the gift and you give it to the young lady, then you're saving money. I'm not saying that.
Saying get her mad on Valentine's Day and then just stock up.
You saying buy a little something buy a box of candy on Valentine's Day, but like, hey, I was just wanting to see your expression, and then go all out the next day.
All I'm saying is you may have worked a lot of overtime on V-Day. You may not have been able to see her on V-Day because you're working overtime. So the following day, that you're able to see her.
She's tight right now. She's pissed.
She's probably pissed, and now Walmart has everything half off that has V-Day with it.
So she got double for her trouble.
All of that right there. I mean, don't let her know that. She listens to this podcast, hopefully, but she loves you, so it's okay. So go do that and save that money.
For that one.
Also, Hallmark has the best cards. When they see that little gold stamp right there on the back of that card, that envelope, if it's a certain kind of female, it means a lot.
With that being said, to wrap this up, I know I said it just now, Y'all give me your favorite R&B songs. Your favorite closing R&B songs. Lady Simone.
Mine would have to be Chrisette Michelle.
Which
I
one?
said it right. A Couple of Forevers.
Chrisette. Yeah, it's Chrisette Michelle.
I
Chrisette
love,
Michelle.
love that song. It just means a lot. It's a lot of them out there that I can go into, but that has to be one of my favorites.
McFly.
Mine will have to be Rick James and Tina Marie, Fire and Desire. Again, Fire and Desire, Hot and Cold, and when you kind of a little more seasoned, you might have done some things in the past, and hopefully that they can overlook that and understand where you're at this point. So that was definitely my favorite R&B song.
Before I actually say mine, I'm actually going to give you a small story going into it. The first time I heard this song, I was actually visiting family in Charleston, and my cousin's father was actually playing this song to my aunt at the time. I never heard the song before, and he was sitting there like really reenacting the whole song, and like she was really tight. She was really pissed at him. So the song that I'm actually going to say, y'all would totally understand. That was my first time ever hearing the song in my life, and ever since then, whenever I do hear the song, I go back to that time and think about it. But they actually deemed the song one of the best, if not the best, love songs of all time, and that's Lenny Williams. I think I Still Love You. I think it's called I Love You or something of that nature. Because I Love You. That's what it's called. So that's actually my favorite one right there. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the With All Due Respect podcast presented by MO3KNOWS with your girl, Lady Simone, Mr. McFly. We hope you have yourselves a happy Valentine's Day. And we're actually about to go live here shortly to actually announce the winner of the gift card to Applebee's. Again, just our way of trying to show and spread some of this love out here. And understand, you show love outside of Valentine's Day, all right? You also just show the love. And as we all know, Mo knows, all right? Until next time, peace.